Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
The Honorable Dean of College of Vocational Studies IPB University, Dr. Insinyur Aceng Hidayat MT, Distinguished Speaker, Professor Dr. Irwandi Jaswir MSc, Distinguished Speaker, Insinyur Elvina Agustin Rahayu MP, all participants, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the International Webinar of Halal Research in Food Industry, Trend, Opportunities, and Challenges. I'm Rianti Diafsari. I will be the Master of Ceremony for today's webinar. On behalf of the organizing committee, allow me to extend our gratitude and warm welcome to all participants. This webinar is organized by the study program of Food Quality Assurance Supervisor, College of Vocational Studies IPB University, and it is supported by Directorate of Research and Innovation IPB University, LPDP, and QS World University Rankings. This international webinar is aimed at increasing the insight, knowledge, and interest of researchers and students in the potential challenges and research opportunities in the halal food industry. Ladies and gentlemen, I inform you that you can fill the attendance form that will be sent later in the chat box. The certificate of participation will be sent via email, so be sure that you fill the email address correctly. Ladies and gentlemen, the first agenda for today is the report from the chairman of the organizing committee, Ibu Dr. Andi Erli Febrinda. Ibu Dr. Andi Erli Febrinda, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mrs. Rianti. The Honorable Dr. Insinyur Aceng Hidayat MT, Dean of College of Vocational Studies IPB University, Professor Dr. Irwandi Jaswir MSc from International Institute for Halal Research and Training, International Islamic University Malaysia, Insinyur Elvina Rahayu MP, Director of Assessment and Research Institute of Halalan Taiban Muhammadiyah, Dr. Aji Jumiono STP MSI from LSP MUI, all lecturer of Food Quality Assurance Study Program as the organizing committee, and all the participants. Good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The title of this webinar is Halal Research in the Food Industry, Trends, Opportunities, and Challenges. This title is in line with IPB's research agenda listed in the IPB Research Master Plan, where one of the focuses is in the field of food. The aim of this webinar is also in line with the spirit of Agro-Maritime 4.0, which was built by accommodating the capacity of existing tangible and intangible resources, both internally and externally, various challenges in grassroots communities and industrial societies in the agricultural and plantation, and looking to then offer solution and paradigm from IPB's research series. This webinar presents two expert speakers in the field of halal, Professor Irwandi Jaswir and Mrs. Elvina Rahayu. This webinar was attended by no less than 400 registered participants from lecturers, researchers, scientists, government, food industry practices, halal assessment agency, private labs, and students throughout Indonesia, and also come from Malaysia and Philippines. We would like to thank the Directorate of Research and Innovation of IPB and LPDP for funding this webinar through the QS World University Ranking Program. We really hope that the objective of this webinar can be achieved and provide the maximum benefits for all participants. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Ibu Dr. Andi Erli Febrinda. Now, to officially open this webinar, we will invite the Honorable Dean of College of Vocational Studies IPB University to deliver the welcoming speech. Bapak Dr. Aceng Hidayat, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, the Master of Ceremony. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah. wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa mawala amma ba'd. Distinguished speaker, Profesor Dr. Iswandi Jaswir, MSc. Distinguished speaker, Ibu Insur Elvina Agustin Rahayu, Magister Pertanian. All participants, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the international webinar of Halal Research in Food Industry, Trend, Challenge, and Opportunities. This international webinar is conducted by collaboration between the study program of Food Quality Assurance Supervisor, Directorate of Research and Innovation, IPB University, LPDP, and Quest World University ranking. Ladies and gentlemen, nowadays the demand for halal product in both Muslim and non-Muslim majority countries is continuously rising. Food and beverage represent the largest sector by spend in halal economy. Based on the halal law, all product traded, distributed, and imported in and to Indonesia must obtain halal certification, except for products that are described as non-halal on their packaging. This mandatory halal certification aims to provide greater public convenience and assurance regarding the availability of halal product and to increase value add for business producing and selling halal product domestically and internationally. To comply with the law and acquire certification, the food industry is increasingly being demanded to be observant in the selection of raw material, processing, and to distribution of food product. The food industry must ensure the ingredient use and the processing, preparation, and hygiene and cleaning procedure adhered to halal requirement and are compliant with hazard analysis and critical control point and other quality assurance standard. Along with increasing trend to the global of halal food market, research related to halal topics are also increased. So this webinar is intended to increase the insights, knowledge, and interest of researchers and students on the potential challenge and research opportunities in the halal food industry. Before I end my speech, I would like to say thank you to the study programs of Food Quality Assurance Supervisor, College of Vocational Study IPB University, the speakers, moderator, founder, and all participants. I hope you enjoy this webinar and gain valuable insight related to this halal food. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Bapak Dr. Aceng Hidayat, for the enlightening speech. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to have a photo session. Please turn on your video. Please be ready. One, two, three. Yes. Okay, then, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are step to the main agenda. That is the presentation from our distinguished speakers. Okay. This session will be led by our notable moderator, Bapak Dr. Aji Jumyono. He got his doctoral degree from Ulama Categorization Program in the Department of Islamic Education, Ibnu Khaldun University Bogor, Now he is a lecturer in Universitas Juanda Bogor and also a senior halal auditor and competency assessor of LSP MUI. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bapak Dr. Aji Jimyono. Bapak Dr. Aji Jimyono, the floor is yours.
Oke, thank you, Ibu Moderator, Ibu Rianti. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Your Excellency, Dean of College Vocational Study, all of the lecturer and staff, and also our participant in this halal research in food industry. We will discuss on the trend, on the opportunity and its challenges, and also our distinguished honorable speaker. Yeah, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. We praise to Allah, all-knowing, Almighty God, Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, that for blessing us with this opportunity to participate in this event. Yeah, to bring the number of issues in halal to the attention of halal research in food industry that discuss on the trend, opportunity, and challenges in halal research. Halal, now we know that it is become credence is gaining in the spotlight in today's discussion, and since the rapid growth of the Muslim population and their ethics consumption, and the history of the halal certification, especially we can started in Indonesia, especially started from the research, yeah, especially in 1988. Around 34 years ago, that there is a research, yeah, from a professor from Brawijaya University, Professor Tri, in that research, yeah, focus on the focus that our consumption in food, especially for the food technology, is cross-contaminated with the pork and its derivatives. We know that at that time, halal food, yeah, especially for the fat and its derivatives for the food, fat and oil industries, especially for the glycerin and stearin, it's come from overseas or other countries. And at the time, yeah, and in 1988, yeah, Indonesian president appoint Indonesian Council of Ulama as a halal certifier, and the Indonesian Council of Ulama, we know that it is from ulama. Yeah, it is the background is Islamic religion, and Islamic Sharia is need to support by the research in the halal. So at the time in 1989, there is a cooperation between the Indonesian Council of Ulama with Bogor Agricultural University, and at the time there is a director, yeah, from the Indonesian Institute for the Research for the Halal, Ibu Professor Aisyah Gerindra, as a second director of the Indonesian Research for the Halal, and also as a president of World Food Halal countries. Yeah, now the role of the halal research is becoming very important. Now, in almost 34 years ago up to now in Indonesia, especially the role of halal research is become very important, because in Indonesia now there is a law number 33 that stipulated in 2014. Yeah, it is special for the halal product assurance. And in the government regulation number 39 in 2021, halal will become mandatory, especially in next year in 17th of October 2024, especially in the food and beverage. So every food and beverage that want to be distributed in Indonesia have to be halal certified. So we will, by this webinar, we will discuss the halal research in food industry. Yeah, we will become, there is two parts for this discussion. The first discussion is we'll discuss on the importance of halal research in the global halal industry. Yeah, will be delivered with Professor Dr. Irwandi Jaswir, and the second discussion will discuss on the halal certification system, a holistic approach by Ibu Elvina Rahayu. Now we will discuss on the first discussion. I would like to give a warm welcome to our speaker, Professor Irwandi Jaswir. Hello, Professor Irwandi, how are you?
Ya, alhamdulillah. Assalamualaikum Pak Haji.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, Prof. Irwandi will deliver the topics of the importance of halal research in the global halal. Yeah, and before he deliver his lecture, I would like to recite his curriculum vitae. Yeah. His educational background is a bachelor degree, yeah, with honors in food technology and human nutrition from Bogor Agricultural University, Indonesia, and the Master of Science in Food Science and Biotechnology in University Pertanian Malaysia, or UPM, and doctoral degree in Philosophy of Doctor in Food and Chemistry and Biochemistry, University of Putra, Malaysia, and also PhD exchange program, Department of Food Nutrition and Health in University British Columbia, UBC, Canada. And his current position now is he's a professor in Food Chemistry and Biochemistry, International Islamic University in Malaysia. And he has many awards, yeah, especially for many research that already conducted by Professor Irwandi Jaswir. Some of the prize or award that already got by Professor Irwandi Jaswir is first is King Faisal International Prize Laureate in 2018. Yeah, it is a Nobel Prize of Muslim world, and Indonesian Institute for Science or LIPI Award in 2019, and Habibie Award in 2013 as a recipient in medicine and biotechnology, and as a international researcher, yeah. The Google Scholar with more than 3,282 citation with index Scopus 21, yeah, and many other awards that already got by Professor Irwandi Jaswir. Okay, without further waiting, so we would like to please Mr. Professor Irwandi Jaswir for delivering your lecture. You have around 50 minutes, yeah, to deliver your lecture. Please, Prof. Irwandi.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, our moderator, Bapak Dr. Haji Jumiono, my colleagues from MUI. Thank you, Pak Haji, for very kind introduction of myself. First of all, I would like to thank our Dean of a College of Vocational Studies, Bapak Dr. Aceng Hidayat. I would like also to thank my old friends, Ibu Dr. Andi Eli Fabrinda, for kindly inviting me to this session. Inshallah, we will share not that much perhaps, but I would like to especially to encourage the young and potential researchers in future. And also Ibu Rianti Dia Hapsari, yeah, as our MC for today. Bapak Ibu participants and students perhaps who attend this session, allow me to share my own slide so that I can control. Yeah. Thank you. The title of my today's presentation is Global Halal Industry and the Importance of Halal Research. I fully agree with what Bapak Haji has mentioned just now, that research plays a very important role in supporting and developing our halal industry. And this is one of the reasons why I always mention this every time I'm invited, especially Indonesia, because as a Muslim, the country with the most Muslim population, we have around 220 million Muslim population, we should be leading the halal industry. But what the reality is at the moment, we are not yet in that position. And one of the reasons is that we are lacking of research and innovation in terms of halal science. Again, my name is Irwandi Jaswir. I'm Indonesian who is now working in Malaysia for almost 30 years, Pak Haji. And then I'm currently professor and I'm former director of International Institute for Halal Research and Training, International Islamic University, Malaysia. This is what Pak Haji mentioned just now in 2018. I received the award from King Faisal Prize Foundation and given away by King Salman at the time to become the second Indonesian to receive the award after Bapak Muhammad Natsir, our former Prime Minister, Chairman of Masyumi. And what interesting is that when I received the award, this is due to my involvement in developing of halal science. I become the first scientist to receive the award in this category, service to Islam, because previous winners, among them are Tun Mahathir Mohamad from Malaysia, President Erdogan from Turkey, and also ulama from India, Dr. Zakir Naik. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I have done. 43 research projects completed in halal and food, because this is my specialty. 210 published papers in the journal. I got 8 patents and 3 of them are commercialized. More than 300 papers presented. I just completed 40 books and book chapters, 50 scientific awards, including Asia Pacific Young Scientist Award by Scopus, and then my current index is like this. And when we talk about halal, this is one of the verses in Quran asking us to consume only halal food. But of course, this is not the only verses. This is not the only ayah. There are so many other ayahs, and also in Sunnah or Hadith. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Ya ayuhan nas kulu mimma fil ard halalan thayyiban. There are 2 aspects I would like to stress out here. Number 1 is that this ayah is meant for everyone, not only for Muslim. Ya ayuhan nas means for everyone, for anybody on earth. Second is that the concept of halal is always followed by tayyiban. So it's not enough if we just focus on the halal by forgetting the tayyiban aspect. So halal, as long as I know, is always followed by the word tayyiban. So the meaning of tayyiban, of course, it changed from time to time. In the Quran, translated by Ministry of Religious Affairs, Kemenak, version, it is translated as good. But the current, if you see the international, the translation in English version, it is translated as wholesome. It is more than good, actually. And then we can also translate tayyiban as a quality. So if we can produce halal products with the quality one, so the market of this product actually is not only the Muslim population, but also the entire humankind in this world. So in Indonesia, for example, it's not only 220 million Muslim population, but 270 population of Indonesia. Halal, halal, as we know, is one of the upcoming industry. The size of the market, some said is 3.1 trillion US dollar per annum. It is very huge market. unfortunately, we do not take this opportunity. Yeah, many products in Indonesia, but not only Indonesia, but many Muslim countries, Muslim nations, we import halal products. Yeah, we import halal products. We cannot produce, we cannot suffice our own needs in terms of halal. So this is what I may say. This is the lacking, perhaps. Yeah, why we cannot produce ourselves. So this is one of the. I will give you some data after this. Yeah. But at least we can see here halal food, yeah, halal traveling, cosmetics, pharmaceutical. This gives us a huge opportunity for us to go into it. Yeah. Otherwise, other non-Muslim majority countries will take this opportunity. And this is how much Muslims spend for food and beverage. It is 1.2 trillion in 2017, and then the expected this year is 1.9. Similarly, for pharmaceutical and cosmetic, this is one of the sectors where we are lacking very much. 2017, 140 billion US, and then 2023, 221. And then clothing and apparel, traveling, and also Islamic finance. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, in halal industry, to me, shifted, yeah, from conventional one, traditional one, where we can see only processed food, beverages, and then later become organic ingredients, and the logistic services. But the emerging industry in halal actually is cosmetic, personal care, and healthcare products. If you got a chance to travel overseas to Korea, for example, you can see a lot of cosmetic products, where in Indonesia, we may say that the cosmetic label is very, very limited in terms of numbers. Similarly, for tourism services, many countries very, very focused on developing the halal tourism. Yeah, and this is one of the sectors that we need to work a lot on it here. And then also the modest fashion. Why? Because currently halal is seen not only as a religious obligation. Yeah, halal is seen as a lifestyle at the moment. I have two statistics here. Number one is that according to halal meat exporters from New Zealand, yeah, about 65% of halal meat from New Zealand is exported to non-Muslim majority country. 65, yes, 65%, yeah, of the halal meat from New Zealand is consumed by non-Muslim majority country. Second, in Malaysia, where I live now, the top two countries that import Malaysian halal products. Number one is China. Number two is United Kingdom. Both are non-Muslim majority country. Not only that, in the top 20, yeah, of importers of Malaysian halal market, 15 of them are non-Muslim majority country. Only 4 or 5 are Muslim countries. So this is show that to us that halal product, if you can produce in quality way, then your market is broadened. Your market is large and not only for Muslim consumers. If we take a look what happened in OIC country, yeah, in a Muslim country, OIC is Organization of Islamic Cooperation, and Muslim countries, OIC countries, basically are net importers of food, halal food. Yeah, net importers. We import from non-Muslim majority country. And the top 5 of the halal market in terms of halal food, Indonesia is one of them. You see here, at the Indonesia, Pakistan, Bangladesh, etc., Egypt. Yeah. What about cosmetic? The same thing. We import 13 billion US Yeah, and Indonesia is also one of the top 5. Similarly, I think this is the scenario. I think this is even worse, yeah, Pak Moderator. Yeah, pharmaceutical we are lacking a lot. Yeah, you can see that we experienced in 2019 or to early 2020 when a pandemic happened. We don't know what to do even. Yeah, PCR we don't know where, and then vaccine we import a lot. Yeah, we cannot produce ourselves. Yeah. So in halal pharmaceutical, $39 billion yeah, annually. So, and then again, Indonesia is one of them and the top market for this. Okay, in 2018, after I received the award here from Saudi Arabia, I was invited to South Korea. You see the picture on the bottom left. Yeah, this one is National Assembly building, or parliamentary building. This from the back side. Yeah, and actually this is a big building. Yeah, located in Seoul, and this is first time I'm invited to attend meeting with members of parliaments. Yeah, not in Senayan, yeah, but this is in Seoul. Yeah. I was requested to deliver a talk on halal meat and poultry. Yeah, halal meat and poultry. Because Korea knows that current leaders in halal meat and poultry exporters. Halal meat, if not Australia, is New Zealand. Yeah. And halal poultry is Brazil. Yeah, not Indonesia, not Malaysia, but Brazil. Yeah. And then Korea think that they have this industry already. They have halal meat. They have a meat production. They have a poultry industry. What they do not have, they didn't have at that time, was the Islamic perspective, the halal perspective. And this is the reason why they invited me. And then now we can see that they already started to produce halal meat and halal poultry from Korea. So if you travel to Seoul, for example, or to Korea, you can find a halal restaurant, halal meat. It is not a big problem at the moment. This is one thing. Second, you can see the picture on the right side here, Dong-A University. This is the top private university in South Korea. Located in Busan, 3 hours train, yeah, from Seoul. I think you know, yeah. And there is a movie, Train to Busan, yeah. Okay, and then I was invited to deliver a talk in front of 300 students taking Master's MBA, yeah, with major in Muslim-friendly hospitality and tourism. So in Indonesia, we can say wisata syariah. So imagine in 2018, Dong-A University has been offering Prodi, yeah, master's level wisata syariah, where, as long as I know at the time, no single WIN Indonesia was offering that program yet. Yeah, I don't know now. Yeah, but in 2018, not yet. Is there any program wisata syariah in Indonesia? I do not know until now. So this is what we can see, that innovation plays important role in halal industry. Yeah, innovation. The Korea, for example, non-Muslim majority country, they're very, very focused. Even for cosmetic industry, Korea, this because I met. Yeah, I happened to have a chance to meet the Minister of Consumer Affairs in Korea one day. And then he mentioned that in Korea, if your company apply for certification, government will subsidize the cost for the certification. So a part of the cost is bear by the government. So this is how the government encourage research and innovation. Cosmetic, of course, is the top products from Korea. I heard that there are 2,300 factories, cosmetic factories in Korea. I think those who are in halal certification knows this. Our institute in Malaysia, we have from time to time, every 2 months, normally we travel to Korea to do audit, to educate the industry, and then to apply halal certification. So this is what we do in South Korea. At the moment, they have almost 20% of market share of cosmetic in the world. By penetrating a Muslim country with halal cosmetics, they expect to increase the percentage. One of the initiatives done by the government of South Korea, they introduced few leading industry, leading factory, leading level of cosmetics to open branch outside of Korea. Label cosmetic #1 in Korea, Amore now. They just did the groundbreaking, peletakan batu pertama in Malaysia, located in Johor. So, and then another branch also opened the factory in another part of Malaysia. And this is the reason why our institute, we have a collaboration with Chonbuk University, and we had a branch there to offer our program, and then we do research collaboration, and also most importantly to educate the industry. Not only Korea, Japan also, in 2020, they're supposed to host the Olympic, that delay after that 2021. But basically from 2013, when Japan was announced as the host of the Summer Olympic, they already prepared themselves. Then our institute, for example, we travel to Japan every 6 months to conduct training for hotel players, restaurant owners, etc. And every time we conducted training, about 400, 500 participants, mashallah. This is a good response. And then we can see now in Japan, in Tokyo especially, you can see halal restaurant. In the airport in Narita, for example, there is a musalla. There are, if I'm not mistaken, there are 2 halal restaurants in Kobe as well, in the airport of Kobe. And this is to show to us that Japan event also looking at the halal industry. In China, Xinjiang, for example, this is the Muslim majority province in China. So they focus also on halal. Basically, in Xinjiang, it's no problem to find halal meat because most of them are Muslim. But in Penelitian, another part of China, this is what surprised me a lot. In this city, there is a halal hub. There is a place, if I'm not mistaken, 13 or 14 floors, a building that accommodate all halal products from China to be distributed worldwide. And then they collected halal product from all over the world. And then in this place, in the halal hub in Penelitian, and distributed throughout China. So, mashallah, this halal hub is owned by Muslim entrepreneurs. So this is what very to me is very amazing. It looks very amazing because I didn't expect in China there is a halal hub before I visited this place. In Taiwan as well. Even it's a small country, but they focus on the fisheries, focus on the fruits, halal products, so that they can penetrate market, more easily. And this is the most current one. The project is still ongoing. I'm appointed as a consultant by Islamic Development Bank, to help develop halal meat park in Kyrgyzstan. You know where Kyrgyzstan is located? It is located in the Central Asia. It is locked by, what do you call this, landlocked country, because they don't have sea, they don't have beach here, all surrounded by land. Yeah, and then during Soviet Union era, Kyrgyzstan is the producers and supplier of meat, yeah, to all the Soviet Union country. And now, after they become independent country, Islamic Development Bank want them to revitalize, yeah, halal meat production, so that they can increase the economic growth. Yeah, so this is one of the reasons. We visited the country, very beautiful country, not that big, but very beautiful, 2-3 times already. And then this, we are now completing the project, yeah, inshallah. Now we see the global Islamic economy indicator. Some of you may have seen this, yeah, that Indonesia is ranked number 4. Yeah, it's a big jump from previous one. I think 2-3 years ago we were number 10 or 11, and now we are number 4. Yeah, but Malaysia is ranked number 1, I think, for many years already. Yeah, what that, from my experience that I live in Malaysia, what makes that we are different. Yeah, Indonesia is different from Malaysia in terms of halal ecosystem, is that in Malaysia, the ecosystem is very established. Yeah, they're very united under one direction. Yeah, and nobody work in silo. They work together, sit together, so that everyone focus to help the country, including our institute. Yeah, to help the country to become world halal hub. And if we see the ecosystem in Malaysia, almost every department, every ministries, there is an initiative, there is a unit, or there is a division focusing on halal. Yeah, for example, in Ministry of Research event, yeah, because we are talking about halal research. In Ministry of Research, since 20-30 years ago, if you put the keywords halal in your research proposal, the chance for your proposal to be accepted is very high. And it's been 20-30 years ago. And also this is the reason why I still stay in Malaysia, perhaps, yeah, because our research passionate, yeah, our research passion is fulfilled, yeah, they are facilitated by the government. And there are 344 agencies in Malaysia involved in halal activities. Ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about the halal research, there are 3 things that we have to bear in mind, especially if we are coming from university. IPB is a top leading agriculture-based university in Indonesia, and food is of course, this is our main agenda. Raw material processing authentication, this should be the main agenda of IPB University. I really hope that IPB will fly high in this sector, and because these 3 sectors are the issues that surround halal industry at the moment. If we are lag behind, this is because we are lacking in these 3 sectors. If we are advanced in halal industry, because we are advanced in these 3. So this is the key that we can take here if we want to advance in halal industry. Raw material, processing, and authentication. The concept of halal is clear to us. We learned this since we were small. Yeah, with childhood, perhaps, yeah, our parents teach us, our teachers, our ustazah teachers. Halal is either 0 or 1, yeah, either halal or non-halal. Yeah, but since we are studying in IPB, now in college vocational, for example, we know this in the flow chart, in the what do you call this, from source of origin till storage and distribution. We know that in every step there is potential to be contaminated with a non-halal process, non-halal material, non-halal ingredients. Yeah, halal is very, very simple actually, but when we know that there is this flow chart, yeah, it becomes more complicated. Yeah, a lot of steps here to be done before we produce the end products. Yeah, until consumers. Yeah, so in a slaughterhouse, for example, there is potential for non-halal contamination. What happened if the slaughtermen in Nusantara called juleha, yeah, juru sembelih halal, if they are non-Muslim? Yeah, so we did audit once, yeah, in Philippines. Yes, you remember, out of 5 slaughtermen working in one session, only 1 is Muslim. Back 4 or 5 years ago, yeah, it showed to us that there is possibility that the products, yeah, even though they got certification, but in the real practice, yeah, sometimes they do not follow the SOP, because monitoring, yeah, certification is one thing, but monitoring is another thing. Yeah. Second, in the processing, we visited one place in I think Europe, yeah, gelatin. Still remember that one. 1 month they produce halal gelatin, another month they produce a non-halal gelatin from bovine. Yeah, halal one, bovine, non-halal from porcine, from pig here, using the same apparatus. Yeah, I don't know whether they really do not know the procedure or they just ignore. Yeah, because of it's hard for them to establish 2 different companies, yeah, 2 different machineries, etc. So, but it's happened. So this is how important is certification here, yeah. Ingredients additive, I think you know that in halal industry, about 300 types of ingredient perhaps, or maybe more than that. And some of them are used in very, very small quantities. Yeah, some of them may be part per million, some may be part per billion, ppb, ppm. That our authentication methods cannot detect the existence. So sometimes this happens, yeah, if it is too small, because the machine that designed to develop methods, yeah, to analyze or to authenticate is not sensitive enough until that level. Yeah, until that level, because ingredient additive normally used in very, very small quantities. Yeah, I think this is a potential critical areas for additive. What we need to be worried of is pigs and its byproducts, either pork or lard. Lard is fat from pig, or a protein. Yeah, we call this is gelatin. Yeah, porcine gelatin. Not only that, enzyme is also very, very critical for production of cheese, for example, rennet. Yeah, rennet is normally extracted from the intestine of calf, yeah, cows, yeah, and the young cows. And there is an issue of the slaughtering here. There is an issue of that, the disease of the cows, for example. So how to find the alternative for this? This is another challenge, and we need to do research and innovation. Emulsifier, intoxicants, etc., etc. All the non-halal ingredient that we use in the industry at the moment, we need to find the alternative. Yeah, we need to find the alternative, and we need to do research for that. We cannot just expect to have an alternative. without doing research. It's not possible. Yeah, everything must be done by research. I think everyone may have seen this. Yeah, even from the hair of the pig is used to produce cysteine, and cysteine is one amino acid used in the bakery industry. So what the alternative for that? Our research showed that in the onion we can find the cysteine, but whether the cysteine from onion available in the market? No, because our research not yet into commercialized. So research, innovation, commercialization are key points in supporting halal industry. Skin and bone of the pig are used to produce gelatin, and the gelatin from pig is about 65% of the world gelatin in the market. Yeah, and we know that gelatin is used in almost every product, not only for food, but also cosmetics. I think almost all items of cosmetic contain gelatin, and pharmaceuticals. Yes, 65% of the hard capsule must be gelatin material. So we need to produce our. Unfortunately, in Indonesia, we don't have. As long as I know, we don't have a big big gelatin manufacturing in Indonesia. No, we have few, but not that small, not that big. Yeah, very, very small. Very interestingly, yeah, recently I'm appointed by Malaysian government to assess one proposal to establish a halal gelatin factory in Malaysia, funded by the government. And then now, after 6 months, they managed to produce a gelatin, fish gelatin, and then they export fish gelatin to Australia. And then what interesting is that when I ask them, where do you get the halal, the raw material, which is fish scale, dari ikan tilapia, from tilapia fish. And then surprisingly, the answer was the import the fish scale of sisi ikan from Semarang, Indonesia. Yeah, so imagine, our raw material is processed in Malaysia and then exported to Australia. This is why, because research and innovation again. And we know that gelatin, we are lacking a lot. We import, if I'm not mistaken, we import 100 billion rupiah a year. Yeah, beratus-ratus miliar, we import halal gelatin because it is needed a lot by almost all the industry. That's why I would like to stress here that research innovation is very important. The halal is more than just a certification. To support certification, we need research. To support the industry, we need research. So that's why, to me, yes, of course, certification is very important. Yeah, to ensure that our consumers, peace in mind in consuming something. But more than that, we need to focus on the halal research. I know every university they do research, but we have to do more extensively. To do this, and then we work together. No need to repeat the same thing. If IPB already identify the method to detect a non-halal contamination using PCR, why not other university do something else? No need to repeat the same thing, and then we share this knowledge. We share this knowledge. Another example of the research and innovation, when we visited Karya, there is one place in Karya, in this region, in this village, basically 400 farmers produce this type of lemon, perhaps, this type of lemon. They can buy the government, they provide fermenter. So this is research innovation. Fermenter, that can ferment this fruit into alcohol And then the second fermenter can ferment alcohol into vinegar. So from this country, they produce various types of vinegar. There is a drink vinegar, there is a cooking vinegar, there is a medicinal vinegar, etc. A various type of vinegar. And then they produce this, by 400 farmers. They establish one cooperative to run this, and then professionally. And then from this village, this vinegar is exported to 43 Muslim countries. So as I remember, to 43 Muslim countries. Can we produce vinegar? I think we can. I think IPB students should do this, should be able to do this. Especially yang di teknologi pangan, atau di sekolah vocational, you learn this in the processing. But why don't we produce it commercially? We do not. This is why we import from Korea for this. If you see in the pharmacy, vinegar is mostly from Japan, from Korea, from China, from Taiwan, something like that. And then I asked them, why you export to Muslim country, 43 Muslim country? And then the answer was, they said in Islam, there is hadith saying, that vinegar is a remedy. Vinegar is good for your health. Rasulullah mentioned this. So imagine the non-Muslim read our hadith and make the industry for us, for Muslim country. So can you see how this scenario happened? Halal, if you have innovation, even though you are non-Muslim majority country, is fine. But you can conquer the Muslim countries, Muslim market after that. The key point is research and innovation. This is something a wake-up call for us, Pak Haji. Just so sorry, quite bersemangat to encourage a young generation, inshallah. Research in terms of halal authentication. Research in terms of halal authentication is also very important. We develop various method. This is to check whether the product is contaminated or not. This is really halal or not. But not only for this, what we need actually is by the people, our consumers, basically is a simple method. You can do this in the lab. It's no problem. If you are in the university, we are more than capable to do this because our facility is there. But what really needed is that can we produce a simple method that ordinary people can check halalness by themselves? If we can produce a simple method, simple kit, for example, because at the moment there is a kit from Russia and also Germany. You can detect halalness very easily. The kit is like pregnancy test kit. Very simple. You just put the water into the food and then put into this kit, and then you get whether it contains a non-halal substances or not. This is one of them. What we have done in our laboratory, we use infrared spectroscopy, electronic noise diffraction, scanning calorimetry, molecular biology technique, PCR, etc., chromatography, and biopotential telemetry. In terms of food ingredients, in 2020, we launched a book. I think we wrote the book. We wrote the book together with the second speaker, Ibu Elvina. And then we found out that in these ingredients, where Indonesia import in large quantities, hundreds of billions rupiah going out from this country. Just to import these ingredients, in Indonesia we call bahan tambahan makanan, bahan tambahan pangan. food additive, gelatin, flavors, oleoresin, seasoning, enzyme, food colorant, antioxidant, emulsifier, etc. We import a lot, while basically, according to our data that we took from BPS, we have potential to produce ourselves, but we don't. Yeah, we can produce ourselves, but we do not. Yeah, so this is, you can download this book. You can download this book for free from this link. Yeah, this is gelatin that I mentioned in Indonesia. We completed our feasibility study, very, very feasible, but no industry take up. Yeah. Challenges for compliant halal and quality requirement. Basically, when we do authentication, we just focus on 3 things here in halal, yeah, related to halal issues. Number 1 is fats and lipids, fats and oil. Number 2 is protein, and number 3 is alcohol. Basically, these 3 are very, very critical. Other than this, is not so critical, yeah, about carbohydrate or water, etc. Of course, yeah, we need to do audit as well, but it's not as critical as these 3. This is our infrared spectroscopy spectrum. Yeah, basically FTIR give us a functional group of functional properties. Yeah, and then from this group we can associate, yeah, this group, this functional group with the certain indicator or certain signature, yeah, to distinguish halal from non-halal one. For example, this one is published in Japan at the web number 965. We can use this web number as a signature to detect the concentration of lard from 0 until 100%, and we can see the increase in terms of the peak head. And then we can analyze further using the software. And this one, this is electronic nose. Yeah, electronic nose. It works based on the volatile component. And this is spectrum of electronic nose. We can see RBD palm oil, compared to RBD palm oil adulterated with lard. Yeah, so we can see the differences between adulterated one and the pure RBD palm oil. And then we can, if we see the vapor print of this pork is different in terms of pattern, different from chicken, beef, and mutton. Yeah, so this is based on our research. In terms of biological techniques, PCR, of course, yeah, and ELISA, for example, are 2 reliable methods. I prefer PCR now because it can detect the fingerprint, yeah, of the substance. Yeah, PCR, by using PCR, you can see that the graph here. Chicken, beef is very, very flat. Yeah. And if it is pork and then increase here, you can see the graph increase here exponentially. It's like this here. Okay. And then the concentration of PCR, concentration of lard also will give a different pattern, yeah, and it shifted toward the right. Yeah, and then this technology we use to identify the food, yeah, available in Saudi Arabia in 2014 and 2015. And at the time we were asked to do survey, yeah, to do survey. And then for snacks products, yeah, makanan anak-anak, yeah. So we extract the gelatin, and then from gelatin we extract the DNA, and then with these PCR techniques we identify. And then surprisingly, at that time, about 18% to 21% of the food available in that country's market contain porcine DNA, yeah. DNA. And then at the time in Saudi, there was no halal certification bodies. And alhamdulillah, now after we submitted the report, now that they established here certification bodies under Saudi Food and Drug Authority. Yeah. In pharmaceutical, among the common critical ingredient is placenta, from human or animal that not slaughtered according to Islam. And then in Malaysia, placenta is very sellable words. If your cosmetic product contain placenta, even from animals, and then people easy for you to sell your products. Everywhere we can see there. But to me, the halalness issue is always there. Every time you see the placenta, because many placenta now from Taiwan, they're from Japan, and then so they said there is one famous one in Malaysia, placenta from biri-biri, they say, and then whether the biri-biri is slaughtered according to Islam or not is not the issue. And then in terms of gelatin, to me, gelatin is still the most critical food ingredients. And then this is the reason why we conducted more than 10 projects. And the latest one was in collaboration with Industri Indonesia, gelatin from local kulit kambing etawa, kambing etawa, to produce halal pharmaceutical capsule. This one is with Faculty of Pharmacy in UI. And then with Saudi Arabia, we work together with King Saud University to produce camel gelatin project. We conducted research as well to see whether our dental material is halal or not. And some of the material contain porcine. You see here the right one is porcine and then the left one is bovine. You can see the difference. So be careful if you got toothache and then you go see dentist, and then some of the material might not be halal for you. This is what some halal gelatin conducted in Saudi. And then Malaysia also going to produce a gelatin. At the moment, halal gelatin from Malaysia, the raw material still import from outside. They cannot produce themselves. And this is also the reason why halal gelatin, most of the Muslim country, we cannot produce gelatin because the raw material, very, very limited. This is our pilot plant of gelatin and derivative in Malaysia. And then we have to see the potential, for anything that we need, because as we know just now, food, cosmetic, pharmaceutical, we import a lot. This is what we have done because we see that seaweed is very, very big potential for us to be utilized as a halal material. When we study this intensively, we found out that seaweed contains antioxidant, anti-cancer, anti-diabetic, anti-inflammatory, and anti-obesity. And this one is a very, very useful material. Unfortunately, when I traveled to Sulawesi the other day, I found that they just throw away this type of seaweed. Dekat lihat di jalan-jalan dibuang dekat pelabuhan. Because for them, they just focus on the red and green one, because red and green is used normally for agar, carrageenan, alginate, etc. But for pharmaceutical or for health, the potential they do not exploit yet. While we for halal pharmaceutical, we import in the large quantities. This is obesity, for example. When we study this by research, we use fucoxanthin from brown seaweed, from Indonesian brown seaweed. White adipose tissue, WAT here, WAT, remain the same size. And the white adipose tissue is one of the indicators that responsible for obesity. While control is keep developing bigger and bigger. And we know that obesity rate in Indonesia is among the highest in Asia, similarly with Malaysia. And then if obesity rate is high, government spend a lot of money for health because a lot of disease associated with obesity, diabetic, etc., etc. And this is the reason why Singapore now try to limit the intake of sugar, in your soft drink now. So just be careful, but perhaps in the future, our soft drink also will be bland. Yeah, no taste, plain as well. No sugar, because it's contributed to diabetic rat, contributed to obesity. Yeah. And then I got the award here, Habibi Award, for my finding in the finding research on the halal pharmaceutical from seaweed. This is our laboratory. For you who got a chance to visit Malaysia, please welcome to our laboratory. This is our facility for research and innovation. And also we have two sets of laboratory. One is for research innovation. Another one is for services. Yeah, companies send the sample to us, and then also government send the sample. Yeah. So what the trend of the research in future? To me, number one is data science. Yeah, including here what big data, AI, yeah, and then also what do you call this? Sorry. Yeah. For example, yeah, now in blockchain, yeah, blockchain. Another one is blockchain. In certain country now, especially advanced country, people do not buy a halal chicken only. Yeah, not only see, oh, you want to buy halal chicken, you see whether the chicken is slaughtered according to Islam. Not only that, that one is not enough. But for them, whether you treat the chicken good or you treat the chicken well before they are slaughtered. Yeah, they need to check this. Yeah. Like one of the slaughterhouse in Singapore, they already implement this. Yeah, if you treat the chicken very badly before they are slaughtered, and the people will not buy your chicken. Yeah, a lot of NGOs now pro animal welfare. Yeah, this is animal welfare, and animal welfare is in line with Islam. Yeah, so you need to treat all the creatures very well. Now, what happened to us from the chicken farm to the slaughterhouse, and sometimes they just put in the lorry, in the truck, and then condense them very cramped, yeah, bercampur apa namanya, ditumpuk-tumpuk, ya, tumpuk-tumpuk without thinking, without considering the animal welfare there. It gives a lot of pressure, stress to the animal, yeah, and then it is not Islamic. This, yeah, in some country. They already say, of course, they're not thinking about Islamic, but they're thinking about animal welfare. Yeah, whether you treat the animal. Now, how to trace whether you treat the animal very well? One of the procedure, one of the technology is blockchain or big data. They can give you data real time. Yeah, you can search, you can trace it. Yeah. The second one, device for rapid test. Yeah. You may say, oh, we can send to the lab, yeah, but it takes time and it will give you cost, yeah. It's not, nothing is free at the moment. Yeah, you send a sample, PCR in Malaysia is 600 ringgit, yeah, about 2 juta rupiah, yeah, one sample if you check. But if you can develop a device very simple, rapid, and then everyone can use it, this is what we need, yeah. And then the digital platform, of course, this is the IT era, yeah. And then where our position now, yeah. If you see this graph, yeah, unfortunately or fortunately, I do not know, we don't have Indonesian data here, so don't worry, yeah. The blue one is good one, yeah. If you have all in blue, so meaning that your data, your research, your finding already used by the industry. Otherwise, if it is red or green, meaning that your research is still up to your university only, or maybe to the library, and up in the library, and up in the dissertation or thesis. Yeah, and then nobody utilize it in the industry. And if from this data, Korea is among the highest, yeah, 81%. Japan followed, and Denmark, and Malaysia 21% only. Only 21% of the research Malaysia has been commercialized and used by the industry. Yeah, I do not know Indonesia. Yeah, perhaps below Malaysia or more than or better than Malaysia. Wallahu a'lam. This is 10 technology drivers, yeah, in future, 30 years or 50 years from now. And this is based on the data we got from the IPO International Patent, yeah. So 5 or 6 of them related to IT. So we had to implement IT for halal industry. You agree or not, and then the term will be like this. Yeah, this is what the based on the number of patents registered at the moment. Yeah, and then we see the trend. Yeah, this is some of our research collaboration with Japan. We produce a gelatin using high pressure processing. Yeah, it's a very, very high yield. We can get very high yield and then the better quality of the gelatin. We also fabricate the portable electronic nose. Yeah, this is one of our efforts to help the industry future. And then the digital platform, this is one with the company in Malaysia that provide the digital platform for SME or UMKM. Yeah, UMKM. Yeah, because sometimes our UMKM have a good product, premium, but they do not know how to market this because now this the digital era. And then this company, even though just focus on the halal product from UMKM, but in 2017, 2018, they managed to sponsor financially, yeah, Manchester United. You know, Manchester United is the richest sporting club in the world, yeah, not only in football, but all type of sport. Then the richest club is Manchester United, yeah. Okay, I think I mentioned this, and then this is one of our innovation as well, Muslim-friendly rating system. I think this is the last one, yeah. Very simple. I just want to tell you that from a very simple one, you can produce an innovative idea actually. For example, in Islam, is one object is contaminated with najis mughallazah, what you should do? You should do sama. We call sama. Sama means you clean, yeah, 7 times. One of them is with clay or soil. Yeah. The problem is that how to do sama, how to get the soil, if the object is very big. Yeah, because now in Malaysia there are 2 halal port are being developed now. Yeah, and then I heard that the Jeddah port is also to be transformed into halal port. Jeddah, yeah, to be transformed into halal port. So in this port, halal port, everything must be free of contamination from najis mughallazah. Yeah, how to do sama to your container, for example, big container, peti kemas, yeah, or your storage. Your store gudang, for example, yeah. How to do sama? It's not possible to do manually by hand, yeah. So we need to come up with ideas, with innovation, yeah. And then one of them is we conduct a study in Peluang, in Malaysia, and first we come up with this because with detergent or soap, yeah, that contain clay soil inside, yeah. It's already used this, and then when you use it, you don't need to find tanah, yeah. You don't need to find tanah anymore because it's already included here and certified halal by Malaysian authority, JAKIM, yeah. And now, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I'm invited to become examiner for thesis, yeah, master's and PhD. I think more than 5 already. And they study about the clay for sama, yeah. But tanah sama itu dah ada 5 tesis, ya, disertasi yang saya minta jadi penguji, ya, saya pernah lihat. Another one is that this one, we come up with this that fine particle of clay is inside already, yeah. We may not say nanoparticle, but the particle is very, very fine and very, very small, so that it cannot block this spray. Otherwise, it will block and you cannot use it. By using this, and then you can do sama to the gudang, yeah, or container. Yeah, and then this company we receive contract from Nippon Express, logistic company from Japan, where they ask us to do sama on the peti kemas every few months. This is very, very innovative, but I think it's quite promising. This is immune booster that we developed, still also from research and innovation. I think this is my last slide. This is my biography, written and published by Gramedia, and then the promoted by the help of this I think top personality, minister and former minister and also celebrity. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And I return back to Bapak Haji Jumian. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Irwandi, for your remarkable and inspiring lecture in this subject on the halal research. From the presentation from Prof. Irwandi, we know that the halal is not only for a Muslim, but also for all of the humankind. And how to build a halal ecosystem as a holistic concept, from the halal and Thayyiban, and also from the halal research, we know that we will focus on the raw material and also for the processing and also for the authentication. As the output is, we want to have a data science and also for the devices for the rapid test and halal authenticating from in digital form. So from after the presentation from Prof. Irwandi, maybe all of the participants, if you have any question for need more explanation from Prof. Irwandi, or you have any question, please raise your hand, or you can write down in chat room. Please, we still have around 25 minutes to session of discussion. Please. Okay. Any question? Oh, from first is from Batara Mandala, So please, you can unmute,
All right.
Please, Batara.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Aji. And do my voice hear clearly here?
Yes, we
Sorry
can
for the message.
hear.
All right. Thank you so much to Mr. Professor Irwandi Jaswir for the insightful presentation about halal research. So, in my opinion, to define halal and unknowing halal is in the food industry, how the food industry can make sure that the product is produced by the right ingredient, process, handling, and distribution or transportation as a food safety reasons. So my question is, there is any correlation halal application in the food industry with the food safety of the product? And the second is it possible that halal can be applied not only in the Muslim majorities country, but globally for the food safety reasons? Thank you.
Okay. First question from Batara, and we go to the second question from S2 Karisma Amalia, please.
Okay, thank you. Is my voice heard? Okay. Thanks for the explanation, sure. It was insightful for me. My name is Karisma Amalia from Vocational School IPB University in major of Supervisor Food Quality Assurance. Talking about halal implementation, of course, cannot be separated from the halal product traceability system. Then I want to ask, are there still limitations in different countries?
Okay, your voice is interrupted. Can you ask once again? Yeah.
Okay. I'll repeat my question.
Yes.
Talking about halal implementation, of course, cannot be separated from the halal product traceability system. Then I want to ask, are there still limitations in conducting traceability of halal food product in different countries?
Okay, thank you for your question. Okay, up to now there are two questions. Yeah, so we collect the other question, and please for the Prof. Irwandi to answer. The first is from Batara, yeah, from how is relation between the safety and the halal, and also for the halal, can it be globally implemented, yeah, for the halal? Please, Prof. Irwandi.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. From Batara, thank you for your questions. There are two questions here. The first one, is there any relationship between food industry and food safety, halal food industry and food safety? I think so, yeah, and very, very much related. Yeah, of course, this one is not yet, yeah, under one regulation, yeah, under one standard, because halal certification also got many standard, meaning many certification body, they implement their own one. But some are very strict, some are not so strict. Yeah. But if there any relationship between halal industry and the food safety, I would say yes. Because the concept, as I mentioned in the beginning, the concept is halalan tayyiban. Yeah, and then the statistic that I also explained just now, that the reason for non-Muslim majority country to import halal meat from New Zealand, yeah, one of the reasons is food safety. They know that the quality of the halal products, yeah, is good. And then I heard also from my experience traveling many places here in the world, in China, for example, in some provinces in China, they prefer to go to halal restaurant because the thing is more clean, yeah, to them. Yeah. So this is the reason why halal product must be produced in quality way. So if you have a product now, you develop your own product and you sell your own product, please make sure it is not only halal, but it must be of quality. It must be of quality so that it can be enjoyed by wider audience, yeah, wider consumers, yeah. And then, of course, yeah, how to implement this? I think in terms of implementation in the auditing process is different. Whether the certifier, I mean the certification body already implement the food safety in that SOP. Yeah, some yes, some not yet. Yeah, and then maybe in some country maybe just only cleanliness. Yeah. But in other countries, they go into additive, you know, whether it is a harmful one, and whether you follow a regulation or not. Yeah, some of the concurrent, they do halal audit, and also at the same time, Ministry of Health regulation need to be followed as well. Yeah, in some audit, yeah, all the company must follow GMP, for example, good manufacturing practices. This to ensure the food safety, etc. So, of course, this is different from one certifier to another, but in short, I would say that there is a relationship. Yeah. Second, is it possible that halal to be implemented globally, including in the non-Muslim country? Don't think about non-Muslim country yet. Even in the Muslim countries, some still not implement halal yet. Yeah, or yeah, we do not have one single yet that can use. We can use globally. Yeah? We have various stuff in one country. In Japan, for example, more than 10 certification bodies. Yeah, more than 10 certification bodies. Yeah, so we need to solve this problem as well. We need to sit together, harmonizing our what we call our standard. Yeah, because the standard should be the same, because the rule, the source of the rules is coming from Quran and Sunnah. Yeah, we do not want that later non-Muslims say why Indonesia like this, in Malaysia like this, whether the Islam Indonesia, Malaysia the same or not. And so we have to look into this as well. Yeah, my dream is we have only one single, yeah, then others we just follow the same standard. Certification body could be many, yeah, but the standard should be the same. Yeah, it should be the same. Okay, and then hope by hope, yeah, it can be taken globally. At the moment, not yet. Yeah, at the moment, not yet. Some are non-Muslim countries, they do not impose this as the rules by the country. Yeah. Okay. Second is from Karisma. Yeah. Is there any limitation in traceability method? Yes, traceability is still new. Yeah. Still new. Traceability is a new technology, and we need input from any researchers. Yeah, of course, there are some limitation. The most limitation one to me is the sensitivity of the analysis. Yeah, sensitivity of analysis. And second is like traceability method like blockchain, big data. Everything is a new technology that not everyone is familiar with at the moment. Yeah, so a lot of homeworks. Yeah, especially for us in Indonesia, we have our country is very big. Yeah, it's not easy to transport, yeah, from one place to another. Indonesia, we thought, I mean, how to ensure this? Yeah, for example, this island to another island, how to ensure there's no contamination. So far, at the moment, if I correct me if I'm wrong here, Pak Moderator, normally when we do audit based on the documentation and based on the end product only, we do not see in the beginning, yeah, what happened during the transport, then so this is what happened in Malaysia, I think 2 years ago, or 2 years ago, when the halal meat imported by Malaysia from Australia, it is contaminated in the middle, in the ship, ya, dalam kapal, kontaminasinya dalam kapal. So this is the importance of traceability methodology to be developed by us, ya, by researcher. I think saya sudah jawab ya dua-duanya.
Yeah.
Ini ada lagi di chat.
Oh yeah, ini in the chat room there are some questions. Yeah, from first question from Bayu. Yeah, from Bayu Usman. What are the obstacles in the implementing of halal process in food products? You can directly answer the question. Yeah.
Yeah, from Bayu, yeah. What the obstacle in the processing normally the cost, yeah. Because regulation, we see the MUE standard MUE. If you produce, you cannot produce halal and non-halal in one place. Yeah, so if your company, because most of the Muslim, most of the food, yeah, owned by non-Muslim. So maybe they produce also halal and non-halal, but according to the rules, they have to produce separately. Ya. Kalau di Malaysia ini ada hitungan kilometernya nih Pak Haji. Ya. Kalau ada produce halal meat dengan non-halal meat, your company you cannot be door to door next to each other. Cannot. Cannot. Must be certain kilometers away. From one each another. Yeah, so this is to me number one is the cost. Yeah, but second is if you know that you wanted to produce halal products from very beginning, please dedicate your factory for halal products and don't need to think something else. Yeah, from very beginning, design of the factory and everything, so that because you need to follow certain things. Slaughterhouse, for example, there is some layout that you need to follow. Your entrance and then your entry point and then the exit. It's a lot of things that need to follow. So you want to produce halal, you really dedicate to produce halal. products, please do it from very beginning. It's better instead of modify your factory or you do reconstruction, etc. Yeah, so this is the thing. But don't take this as a hurdle or the burden. Halal should be easy. Yeah, should be easy. You can start from small things and then you develop and then slowly and then inshallah, yeah. Because from my experience, I meet a few people who just start from very small. I have, I met one handicapped person, with disability in Malaysia. Then they produce chocolate products, with certain typical bioactive compound inside. It seemed to me, if you look at them, you look at him, and then you think that he may not be able to produce this halal product. But the focus on halal, everything, now become big, millionaire in Malaysia. Yeah? So this is the thing. Halal industry, as I always mentioned in my class here, Pak Moderator, I always encourage my students, not all of you to become pegawai negeri. Yes, we hope that some of you become entrepreneurs, because we still need a lot of entrepreneurs to produce halal products. Otherwise, if we rely on a non-Muslim majority country, what's happening now, we import a lot. And then the halal certification issues, one thing, because the integrity, etc., or maybe the ignorance, the ignorance. Second is our responsibility to provide halal products and services to our Muslim consumers. So in Islam, this is kind of fardu, So this is my experience. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your answer, Prof. Irwandi. And the next question is, I think it is almost the same as around regarding the traceability system. Yeah, first from Nadia Maisha. Yeah, permission to ask you, Prof, how to support the halal supply chain through a traceability system, and also from Khalisa Masera. Yeah. What is compound concern for the halal that can be analyzed by chromatography gas? I think it is how to trace and how to analyze by gas chromatography.
Yeah. Okay. First is tentang supply chains, supply chains atau rantai pasok. The question is how to support the halal supply chain through traceability system. Yes, as I mentioned, this is a new thing, and then we need to strengthen our halal supply chains by involving traceability system. But now the problem is traceability system itself is also new. We need to develop, we need to study a lot. Only the established method can be implemented. For example, we talk about blockchain just now. Big data is not a simple one. You cannot only want your own laboratory involved. Cannot. You need to have a server, very big one. You need to collaborate with many sectors. And sometimes it's not easy as well. I got experience here, Pak Moderator, when we studied on the big data for halal. And then our intention is to have one single system that we can share all at the time we use infrared, just data from infrared spectroscopy. And it's not easy to get data from other laboratory within Malaysia as well, from other universities. It's not that easy. Similarly, when we want to develop the traceability, we need to get cooperation from many parties. From industry itself, from the government who have the rules and regulations, from the authority, and then also from the IT support. yeah, maybe private sectors. We need to work together. And then this is, yeah, at the beginning, maybe it's not that easy. Yeah, it's not that easy. Recently, also we developed one apps, one apps from Karya that can help the consumer to choose the right cosmetic. For example, you know that in one single cosmetic, there are more than 70, sometimes up to 50 or 70 types of ingredient chemicals. And then this app will help you if you press, for example, lotion A, ingredient there are 50. So every ingredient when you tick, and then it will give you very informative idea. All the information are there, including the harmfulness, whether it is harmful, whether it is organic, whether it is halal, etc. So we work together to develop these apps. We work together with a lot of certification body, but some certification body, they do not support us. Or they want to support, but the database is not good enough to be accessed by the system. So still a lot of things, because traceability is still new to us. But of course, we cannot just wait without doing anything. So we have to start from something. This is my answer. And then the second is from Khalisa about the more technical chromatography. Gas chromatography, the most simple one that you can find is that gas chromatography normally we do it for fats and oil. Fatty acid, we use gas chromatography, right? So what the specific compound to distinguish halal from non-halal? Actually, this is not a single method. What we have done, the beginning, yes, we can find that fatty acid profile from every and each oil or fat we can establish. We can find it. But after that, we found that fatty acid more or less the same. Maybe 1 or 2 missing, or 1 and 2 in the small percentage compared to other types of oil. But after all, if it is in the food complex, food matrix, we cannot take this as a signature, because in the food products is already mixed together, not only from one single fat. So this is the challenge. Well, we can do research. Yes, we can do research because we know the sample, but toward the end of products, and then it's a bit difficult. So sometimes we combine this with SPLC. We see triglyceride, for example, because our finding that for pig fat or lard, the composition of fatty acid in the second, in the 3 heads, we know the fatty acid, there are 3. The second one, the fatty acid is typical to certain type of fatty acid. So this is when we do research, not to the end product, but the sample that we prepare this. So we combine with this. So my suggestion is that we still can use chromatography for example, this one is for fatty acid, but we combine with others. But it doesn't mean that chromatography is useless. We can use it for monitoring, for example. If you have a lot of samples, sometimes you don't need to go into the detail. By looking at the general one, you can know this. Or if you develop database, database of certain product, for example, candy, a database for chocolate, you put in one database so that you can use for monitoring, routine monitoring. Because if something strange in that product, and then you can see it's compared to the general one. This is what I can answer at the moment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Irwandi, for your answer. And still many questions, but the many question is regarding the halal regulation. But for the halal regulation, we will discuss after this, on the specific with the special speaker,
Yes.
And for another question, we still have 5 minutes, for the checking, okay, the same. From Ikrar Taruna, the question is talking about the fermented foods. Is there any standard, for maximum or minimum alcohol content in of its qualified as a halal food, or is there any other aspect, including is it haram or halal, for the maximum alcohol content? Please.
From Ikra Taruna Shah, thank you for the question. Is there any maximum or minimum alcohol content? Basically, we have to distinguish industrial ethanol and hamar. This is the first concept. Hamar, both alcohol, both alcohol. Hamar is in English we call alcoholic beverages, minuman beralkohol that you produce purposely as a drink, as alcoholic beverages. And normally it is from the fermentation of carbohydrate, from the grains, from the fruits. So for this, for hamar is haram, no matter the concentration level is. For the hamar, Rasulullah said, if it is in the large quantities haram, in the small quantities also haram. So the wine, beer, liquor, etc. is haram. Even though you take only 1 drop and then you put into your pasta, for example, then your pasta become non-halal. But for industrial ethanol, there is a fatwa, if I'm not mistaken, by Majlis Ulama Indonesia. Fatwa Indonesia, you can use the alcohol, industrial ethanol, for the purpose of, there's a solvent, because some of the bioactive compound only dissolve in, or flavor only dissolve in organic compound. And then ethanol is one of the organic compound. And then you, as long, if I'm not mistaken, the maximum is 0.5%. And then not only that, it must be not detectable in the final products. So in the final product must not be detected. And then the maximum 0.5%. And it must be industrial ethanol, not hamar. Of course, the food grade one, they don't use the lab one, but the food grade one. Okay, so this is the rules. And the rules, the maximum limit also different from one country to another. In Malaysia, 0.2%. And now this proposal to increase to 0.5%. And in the United States is 1%. This is depends on the fatwa in that particular country. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your answer, Prof. Irwandi. And the time is already over now. Thank you very much for your remarkable presentation and inspiring lecture for this subject on the halal research, Prof. Irwandi. And we can conclude that the halal research have a very important role in the to build a halal ecosystem, to build a holistic concept for the halalan and toyiban, for combining between the halal and toyiban, and also still many we have to do in the future to build the halal research in the global halal industry. And before we continue with the next question, next session, we hand over the floor to back to MC. Please.
Thank you, Bapak Dr. Aji Jumiono. Ladies and gentlemen, as appreciation, we would like to present a certificate to the speaker. The certificate of appreciation will be given by Bapak Dr. Iketut Mudita Adiana, Deputy Director of Innovation of Directorate of Research and Innovation, IPB University.
Okay, thank you very much for the MC. On behalf of the Research Innovation, IPB University, I would like thanks to Prof. Irwandi Jasfir from the International Islamic University Malaysia for your time and then sharing regarding the halal research. Yeah, for the Prof. Irwandi, expert in halal and also expert in playing tennis. Yeah, Prof. Irwandi, still remember me? We play tennis together in Malaysia. I think this is a certificate of appreciation. Belum muncul, Mbak Esmisi?
Yes, we are still waiting for the operator screen
Okay.
sharing the certificate.
This is, I think, certificate of appreciation to you, Prof. Irwandi. Thank you very much for your as a speaker today.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for
thank you, Pak Ketut.
Prof. Irwandi. Yeah, this presentation. I think a big applause for Prof. Irwandi. Terima kasih, Prof.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, Prof.
Thank you, Prof. Irwandi and Bapak Dr. Iketut M. Adiana. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I inform you that you can fill the attendance forms that will be shared later in the chat box. The certificate of participation will be sent via email, so be sure that you fill the email address correctly. Ladies and gentlemen, now we move to the second speaker session. For this session, I will hand it over again to Bapak Dr. Aji Jumyono. Bapak Dr. Aji Jumyono, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Bu Rianti. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will continue for the second discussion. Yeah, in this discussion, we have a very interesting topic also. Yeah, on the halal certification system. Our speaker for this second discussion is Ibu Insinyur Elvina Agustin Rahayu MP. Yeah. She's a senior halal auditor for the Assessment and Research Institute of Halal and Thoyiban of Muhammadiyah and head of Alfi. Yeah, I will read his educational background. Her educational background. Yeah, she graduated from Food and Nutrition Technology TPG Bogor Agricultural University in the bachelor, and also her master degree from Master Professional of Food and Nutrition Technology IPB University. Yeah, and now she as a present position, yeah, she is a director of certification and domestic and foreign cooperation of the Assessment and Research Institute of Halal and Thoyiban of Muhammadiyah since 2022, and also as head of Association of Indonesian Halal Inspection Agencies since this year, yeah, 2023. Okay, I would like to say my warm welcome to our speaker. Yeah. Assalamualaikum Ibu Elvina.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Ya, how are you? Apa kabar? Sehat walafiat, Bu. Ya. Okay, Bu Elvina is already attend this webinar, and please, Bu Elvina will deliver her presentation on the halal certification system, a holistic approach. We have 50 minutes, yeah, for the presentation. Please, Ibu Elvina.
Okay, thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Praise to Allah, the most gracious and most merciful, for us to give this opportunity, yeah, and also our salawat for our great Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. I would like to thank you for, I know Dr. Aceng is not already here anymore, but I would like to thank you also to the Honorable Dr. Aceng as a Dean of College of Vocational Studies and for the organizer who giving me this opportunity and to share to all of you in this webinar. And of course, for me, sharing is actually, this is learning for me, because I can learn from the speaker, for the previous speaker, this Prof. Irwandi, and also from all of you here, from your question and also your opinion. Distinguished participants, my presentation already shared. Okay, I would like to present the halal issue with the topic regarding the halal certification system. Yeah, based also my experience as auditor. Actually, more than now, this more than 10 years ago, I'm also involved in as a halal auditor with the same organization with Pak Haji. Yeah. So this is my topic, a holistic approach of halal certification system. Yeah. So the holistic here means how to prevent the cross-contamination along supply chains and how to conduct the certification process efficiently, yeah, by harmonize the system. And of course, I'm pretty sure I will also emphasize some point that Prof. Irwandi already delivers, yeah, regarding the cross-contamination. Okay, here the outline for my topic today. So I would like to deliver what is the main problem in halal's perspective, and also the halal certification system. And of course, as Prof. Irwandi said, it's very interesting if we have harmonized system, one standard, because halal is halal. Yeah. So here also we'll discuss, we'll present some issue regarding the global halal standard and uniformity of standardization that lead to the global halal certification system. Okay, before I start, I continue my presentation, I would like to inviting all of you to help me, yeah, so to identify this picture, yeah, what material I use in this material, in this product, yeah, there are steak and French fries, there are croissant and also pizza, as well as the country of origin of this material. Is anybody can help me to identify what the material of this product?
Yes.
Yeah. Can anyone just oh, they are mute, yeah?
Yes, I think.
They can unmute, yeah. Please, if you want to answer, you can unmute.
You want to help me to identify what the material of this product, yeah? There are steak and French fries, there are croissant, there are pizza. Yeah.
Some of participants answer with in the chat room.
Okay.
Okay.
I will read them. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can see here from the picture, from this picture. Yeah. For example, here steak and fries. So of course the meat, especially if the market is for the high end, the meat is from Australia, New Zealand, or the US, yeah. And also the French fries. I'm pretty sure in Indonesia, we don't produce French fries. If you see in the local label, so that means it's only repacked from the imported product, yeah. And also the sauce, for example, yeah, they have chili sauce, they have barbecue sauce. Yeah, normally some of the ingredients also import. Yeah, when we talk about the chili or the tomato sauce, so the tomato paste is import from Turkey or from China. And the second product, yeah, here this croissant, yeah, croissant. This made from coarse fat, yeah, and even though some of the material is already produced in Indonesia, but the main ingredient are still import from Europe country or New Zealand or Australia or US, yeah. And also the last picture, it is pizza, yeah. Of course, they are dough for the bread of the pizza, and also meat and sauce, and especially here the mozzarella cheese, yeah. We've seen here now in Indonesia many micro industry already produce the mozzarella, but this is not for industrial such as this the chains restaurant. So the chains restaurant, they still import from the US, from the Australia or New Zealand, even some from Europe. So when we see this, you saw those pictures, yeah. So we are pretty sure the word, yeah, on our plate, yeah. So this the word on our plate. So that's why, yeah. Next, please. Yeah. So that's why for us as Muslim, the halal status of the product is very important, yeah. And just continue the slide. So the halal status must be farm to table, yeah. We talk about the supply chain actually, yeah. And then the halal status is determined by the production process, for the material, for the product, and also for the logistic, yeah. And the status of halal must be zero tolerance. It's different with the food safety status. Of course, if we talk about the food safety status, yeah, so the hazard for food safety status, it can be, there is a number, yeah, is the number of tolerance that can be different in every country. I think you can, yeah. Okay, so this is the halal status versus the food safety status. For halal status, this zero tolerance. For food safety status, it can be have the tolerance, yeah, in number. It depend on the every country. Yeah, and what the main problem of material in halal perspective? Yeah, this we already know. Yeah, the animal types and derivative, and also alcohol and its derivative, and also part of human body. Prof. Irwandi already explained many, so I don't need to explain in detail. Yeah. Next, please. Just I want to emphasize here that halal status or halal certificate is based on Sharia compliance. Yeah. So MUI already determined that the halal status will be determined by the production facilities. Yeah, if we talk about Indonesia, so MUI already decide that the production facilities for halal is only dedicated for halal, is not allowed to use interchangeably with the non-halal or haram product. Haram product, that means this pork and its derivative. And also the product. Yeah, the product means here there is no imitation with the haram product. For example, like beer, or maybe like pork flavor, yeah. Or they normally they use also like for making what do you call this? I forgot the alcoholic beverage that they use. Also, maybe beer flavor, yeah, like zero alcohol. So there is a brand before they produce the beer zero alcohol, or maybe we can see in some countries they also claim as the wine free alcohol. So for MUI, it is not suitable for the halal certificate, even though maybe the material is not contain any haram, but for the certification, halal certification purpose, so the fatwa is not allowed to do some kind of imitation. Also for the form of the product, like maybe the candies, the picture of the candies like pork, dog, yeah, the material or the things that haram is not allowed to be halal certified. And also the materials, yeah, the material also this, of course, the first important point for halal is no pork and its derivative with any part of pork or any level, yeah, and also with the alcoholic beverage, then also for the part of human body, yeah. Okay, so here, Prof. Irwandi also talk about the supply chains, yeah, and also the cross-contamination, potential for cross-contamination. So when we talk about the food, yeah, I already explained, I already give you the picture of the product that actually when we eat, so actually word on our plate, yeah, we can deny it, yeah, so there is no border anymore. So for this reason, halal must be included in our food supply chains, yeah, because it is to what they call to prevent the cross contamination that can be happen in the long food supply chains, yeah. So here's some example from my colleague in during their audit in Germany. Next, please. Yeah, here this, for example, this for transportation. We know the transportation because they are in their country. Of course, halal is not for them. It's not an issue. Yeah, I mean, so sometimes they use this truck, yeah, to deliver the liquid. Yeah, for example, just say this whey liquid. This is the derived from the cheese factories. Yeah, if the cheese factory is not certified, so the whey liquid that they deliver with the truck is also unclear status. Yeah, and also for the weighing, yeah, for the weighing material, so it's also the activities that have cross contamination, the potential of cross contamination with the haram product or unclear material. Yeah, and also in the filling or the filling, what is too small for me? Sorry, I cannot read. This in production line, especially in the filling filling line. Also, this potential to have the cross contamination when the product have halal and non-halal, and also in the mixing plant. Yeah, this is the example of the potential cross contamination happen. And here, do you know what this? What this picture? It is solvent, yeah, in during cheese production, yeah. So this is solvent, yeah. This is the small, yeah. When we when I did the audit in very big factory, a cheese factory, they have the batch like pool, yeah, like Olympiad pool. It's very huge, yeah. So the solvent here, this is part of the cheese production, yeah. So if what halal issue happened in this picture, yeah. So the cross contamination from previously used. Yeah, for example, in the before they use for non-halal, and then they use for halal. But for the salt liquid there is, of course, it's not changed every time. Yeah, so they have, of course, they have standard how they change this liquid. Yeah, so it become problem when they use first for unclear raw material. I'm not saying it is haram, but unclear status, and then they use for halal product. Yeah, when they want to have this certificate. Yeah, so salt bath in that is also part of the critical point. Yeah, to have the to produce the cross contamination. Yeah, also in the packing line here you see this the meat that they use. Of course, this is the meat in cheese, this is pork, and they use the same line for packaging. So the cross contamination is, of course, already happened if they don't have dedicated one. Yeah, next. And here also the container. Yeah, the container is also they use together. It's also the potential of cross contamination. Yeah, so I think okay, next. The spray dry and also the drum dryer. Yeah, so it's also the activities that potential to have the cross contamination between halal and non-halal. Yeah, especially if we have the import product. Yeah, okay, next. And here also the filling plant and warehouse. Yeah, the warehouse, I will show you the example why warehouse, especially for raw material, it also potential to raise the cross contamination. Yeah, okay. This is dedicated production line that they establish. Yeah, to have this. Of course, they put here the sign, or even they can also implement the color code. Yeah, for example, haram for the red for haram product, for haram and the green for the halal production line or halal equipment. Yeah, next. This is just example. So they have dedicated. Yeah, they have dedicated to bring the material, because the material is very risk. Yeah, to have the cross contamination. Okay, this is also for transport. Yeah, for transporter they have also dedicated. Yeah, yeah. This is after they identify the component that can be affected by non-halal or unclear material. Yeah, such as general purpose truck, storage area. So they put here. So they ask to the customer or the client to have the dedicated storage or transporter, because they already identified what the potential, or what if they don't separate the halal or the haram with the halal product, the halal certified product. Yeah. This is the example why warehouse for materials, yeah, between halal product and non-halal must be separated, because this happens because sometimes the worker work because they want to in rice, so they some raw material this can be happen like this. Yeah. So why halal certification? Yeah. Yeah, from from these pictures, yeah, and my explanation, it's clear what the purpose of halal certification for Muslim countries or Muslim consumer. Yeah, to have guarantee that the potential haram issue will not contaminate their product due to cross contamination in supply chains. So this is the purpose of halal certification. Yeah. So cross-contamination along supply chain is one of the important issue for halal certification. Okay. And then how to ensure the halal certified product is sufficient. Yeah. Sorry. And how to ensure the halal certificate also from the halal certification body that credible and also trustworthy. Yeah. And then how we ensure that some particular issue also accommodate in our in halal certificate. For example, like stunning or non-stunning. It's also as the important issue for some Muslim group, such as in Europe. They don't want the product with the stunning meat, for example. And then how the halal certification body will accommodate this issue. Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure that you already know the meaning of halal. So just what the halal certification actually, this process, process to determine the status of product or services if, that brought to consumer comply to the halal standard, based on the framework of Sharia rule. So, however, we talk about the standard, but standard based on Sharia, because halal is the decision of Sharia compliance. Yeah. Okay, this is just terminology in the halal system, in certification system. Yeah, so they are just, you can read, I don't explain here. And this is the scope of halal certification product and services, food, beverage, cosmetic, tourism, fabric, logistic, pharmaceutical, finance. But in Indonesia, until now, we don't go to the finance. The finance is not under the the halal certification scheme. Okay, next. So you seen here in this picture, many halal certification body in the world. They are this Indonesia with the new logo, and also Malaysia, Myanmar, many logo of halal certification body in the world. Okay. And the diversity of logo, of course, this also the variety of halal standard. So, for example, in Indonesia, we have the SPAS, Halal Product Assurance System. Also, we have SNI. We have in Malaysia, they have Malaysian standard. Also in Philippines, they have course for the producer with this situation. When they want to have the product to Indonesia, so they have to fulfill the requirement of Indonesia. When they want to come to Malaysia, they have to fulfill the requirement of Malaysia. How many manual that they have? Of course, this costly, and also they will do redundant. And finally is an efficiency. And for consumer, they got confused. Especially if they heard bad issue of the halal certification body, and then the logo on the product that they will consume, then they have no confidence to consume this product. So this is the issue that happened right now. So the halal certification body, the existing right now, they are as private body or organization. Normally, if this private, normally in the countries they are that a Muslim is minority, like Europe, US, so they have the halal certification body owned by private or semi-private, such as Philippines and Thailand. Of course, they are not government, but the halal certification body is controlled by government. Yeah, and for the third halal certification body, this government, like Indonesia now, the certification in Indonesia actually this BPJPH. Yeah, and we have like the certification body before like LPPOM, or we have now more than 50 halal inspection, but they work based on the BPJPS, because BPJPS is the halal certification body. Also in Malaysia also the halal certification body owned or governed by government. Yeah. And this is the structure of the halal certification body. Yeah. They have, for example, the Sharia committee and technical professional or auditors, and the management of the halal certification body, and also the halal laboratorium. Yeah. However, some halal certification body or halal inspection body, they have no halal laboratorium, so they have contract. They have contract with other laboratorium that already accredited based on the 17.025. Yeah. Okay, I just want to let you know about the certification, how actually the halal certification system works. Yeah, the most important of the halal certification system work is the principle based on the fairness and the transparency. Yeah, because when we talk about the credibility, how we talk about the credibility of accreditation and certification, yeah, but this must be assessed, yeah, by activities such as peer assessment. So this between amongst the accreditation body, so they have to do the peer assessment to have the same perception about one standard. We talk about the halal standard, yeah, and also the accreditation process is done by the accreditation body to the halal certification, yeah, or halal inspection body. Yeah, we call this halal halal compliance body. Yeah, for example, like Indonesia now, the certification body actually is BPJPH itself. Yeah, so the halal certification body also have to be assessed by the accreditation body. Yeah, to show to the public how the competence and how the system governed by the system of certification they will do by the public is confidence that the certification performed with the fairness, with the competence, and also with the transparency of doing the activities. Yeah, and also food business here, food business actor, or we call this pelaku usaha, that already apply and implementing the agreed halal standard will be audited. Of course, this will be audited by the certification body or the halal inspection body in Indonesia. Yeah, we call this Indonesia Halal Inspection Body that work for halal certification body called BPJPH. Yeah, it's also accredited. Yeah, for example, like we have now a halal inspection body 52. All of the 52 halal inspection bodies is already accredited based on the regulation from BPJPH. At the end, the ecosystem, this ecosystem of halal certification will give a halal assurance, yeah, for Muslim consumer. Yeah, so the consumer who who have the product with the halal logo, their confidence, what do you call this, nyaman, yeah, to eat the product, yeah. It is the when we talk about the halal certification system actually work, yeah. And next, and here, as you've seen in this presentation in this slide, the existing halal certification system, yeah, we can see here, yeah, from the accreditation body, from the certification, yeah, from too many standards for accreditation body. Yeah, for example, when the food business operator want to enter that product to Saudi or to Gulf countries, yeah, negara teluk, yeah. So they have to the key point, yeah, I mean the key for to enter their product to Gulf countries, they have to accredit it first. The certification body in the country have to register first or accredited first by the accreditation body from Gulf. They call this a GAC, Gulf Accreditation Corporation. Yeah, and then when they want to come to Emirate, when they want to come to enter to Saudi, they have to register again with the in Saudi, for example, with the Saudi SFDA, Saudi Food and Drugs organization there. For Emirate, they have to register with ESMA, and so many standard, yeah, so many additional things that actually the same issue, how to prevent, how to protect the halalness of product, yeah. And all, of course, yeah, this activity is not only costly, but also, as I mentioned before, this inefficient, yeah. And also another issue is the integrity of halal certification body, yeah. Sometimes they for example, from Europe, they have a halal certification body. They can issue the halal certificate without any audit, or they can do audit, sorry to say, it's not properly, yeah. So this is the problem right now, yeah. Many standard and also the integrity of the halal certification body, this is our problem right now, yeah. So next, please. So here we talk about the issue, the global halal standard. Is it possible? Yeah. So the meaning here of the global halal standard is to produce the halal standard for the accreditation, also for certification under the framework of Islamic countries, yeah, such as OIC, because the OIC they have right now they have 50, if I'm not mistaken, they have 57 member countries under OIC, and Indonesia, one of the member of OIC. And actually, they have already a standardization organization called SMITS, yeah, Standard and Metrology Institute for Islamic countries, yeah. So actually, SMITS also already published some SMITS standard for halal, yeah. So I think it's the possibility to have the halal standard globally, this come from SMITS OIC, yeah. And also, as I mentioned before, the problem of halal certification body is the integrity. So I think as additional for the global halal standard, so the issue of integrity that shall be implemented for accreditation and also the certification activities. Because in accreditation, in certification activities, the problem of integrity can be happen. Yeah. There's some important point, yeah, for the global halal standard, as I mentioned in this slide. So the global halal standard, what is global halal standard? This reference, yeah, the law, the criteria that differentiate between what is acceptable from what is not acceptable in halal trade. Yeah, and also it's good, it's pretty nice if we incorporate Islamic school of thought. Yeah, we know we have 4 mazhab. Yeah, and also the regional halal regulation in protecting Muslim consumer from non-conformity to halal standard in product or services. Yeah, and also halal standard serve as basic requirement for halal product or service of food and other products such as cosmetic, pharmaceutical, logistic, animal feed, even animal feed, yeah, and also consumer goods, yeah. And here also the important part of any HCB accredited for specific halal standard to have the goal of demonstrating their halal competence and the impartiality, independency, yeah, and unnecessary need for reconfirmation of the halal certification process with a third party. So when they have already accredited, for example, so there is no need to ask more questions. Yeah, if 1 or 2 is okay, just to reconfirm. But if too many, like what happened today, is then it's useless also to have the same standard, because we are not trust. Yeah, because of the trust from its HCB. Yeah, and here the last is respect to technical regulations set by each country in the implementation of global halal standard. So we have the one standard, global halal standard, but also we respect, yeah. So we respect to the technical regulation of its standard, of its country, I mean. So global standard, there's halal standard plus technical regulation. For example, like Indonesia, or maybe in Saudi, they want stunning or non-stunning. This is technical regulation of its country that also must be accommodated in the global halal standard. Yeah. Okay. And here, how to avoid, yeah, the cross contamination. Yeah. How to avoid the cross contamination? I already explained. Yeah. The main problem in halal certification is cross contamination. The answer is the implementation of halal standard along supply chains must be exist. There's no choice. Yeah, start from the beginning, from the transporter, from the source of material, from also the warehouse, from logistic, all the supply chains, yeah, must be implement the halal standard. And of course, that means the halal certificate must be exist in every step of the supply chains. Yeah, and of course, we do hope. Yeah, next please. We do hope the holistic approach, yeah, of the halal standard of halal certification system can be happen. Yeah, so only one standard implemented in the supply chains. Yeah, for example, in the accreditation body, they have this accreditation standard from OIC Smith, and also for the certification, and also for the food business operator. This already actually the Smith OIC already published the standard, and of course, as I mentioned before, the global halal standard also accommodate the technical regulation of its countries. Yeah, and the important point, the integrity, yeah, the integrity of the halal certification body also must be the important point to be implemented and to be watched. Yeah. Okay. I think this is my last presentation. Yeah. So if we talk about the halal conformity assessment, so the pillar of conformity assessment, they are standard, and there are certification and also accreditation activities. Yeah, certification and accreditation activities. Of course, the the harmonized, to make this all these trusty trust halal certificate and trust halal accreditation. It will be nice if we have one global halal standard, plus we respect to technical regulation, and to have this harmonized system to have one halal standard, Okay, I think that's all my presentation. I return back to Pak Aji. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ibu Elvina, for your remarkable presentation on the halal certification, halal certification system. We can conclude there is three emphases that are already mentioned in the presentation of Ibu Elvina. The first is the main problem in halal perspective, how to avoid from the cross-contamination, and also the halal certification system, how to get a halal certificate, how to make sure that our product is halal and certified by halal certifier body. And the third one is how to harmonize, how to global standard and uniformity of standardization that lead to the global halal certification system. That's a very interesting topic, And after this, we still have time for discussion, If you have any question, please raise your hand and click your raise hand icon, Okay, we have one participant that want to ask, Please, Putu Cisya Andriani, please.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity for me to asking, and thank you so much for Mrs. Elvina for very interesting insight about halal. So basically, I'm a very beginning this field because I'm a non-Muslim, but I'm very interested and very excited to learn about halal and everything about halal. So my question is there any ingredients that defined as haram beside of pork and alcohol, like maybe any kind of proteins or any kinds of minerals? Because I've heard that red velvet in cake and in beverages are defined as haram because it has some haram minerals contains in it. Thank you.
Okay, good question from Putu. And is there any other participant that want to ask to Ibu Elvina? Not yet. So, Ibu Elvina, you can answer the first question. Please.
Okay, thank you, Mbak Putu, for the question. So, actually, the haram ingredients, as I mentioned before, the main problem in halal perspective can be derived from the three area. This from animal type, and this its derivative, So and then also for alcoholic beverage, then from human hair. This is three source, three main problem in halal perspective. So as you so the animal types, this can be the first, of course, pork is totally haram for us. All of the parts, all of the level of using this material, and for the another animal like a cow or a poultry is halal as long as the slaughter according to Islamic rules. When we talk about the ingredients, it's very small part of of using. It can be using also. It can be used also from the animal, for animal derived. Regarding red velvet, as you mentioned, but I don't know red velvet is what they contain in red velvet for Roman, because maybe if Pak Aji know what red velvet, I think maybe this flavor, flavor. So they said they contain the haram mineral, yeah, the haram mineral. So I guess that this red velvet contain the ingredient that derive from maybe derivative of pork, of derivative of halal animal, but is not handled according to Islamic law. This is my answer.
Okay, thank you, Bu Elvina, for your answer. I hope it is satisfied, yeah, for the Mbak Putu, yeah. And is there any other participant that want to ask to Bu Elvina? Some question is from chat room, yeah, from chat room. Okay, from Safia Ilvi Akila, yeah. From SP IPB University, yeah. If a product uses imported material that has a halal logo, yeah, but the halal institution is in that country is not recognized or does not cooperate with the product's country of origin, and only that material can make a product of good quality. If there is such like a case like that, yeah, what should must be done? It is a very interesting question.
Interesting. Also, it's difficult to answer right now. This situation. Yeah, actually, I'm also involved with the certification process, inspection. So I had also, I'm also as a head of association, Lembaga Pemeriksa Halal Indonesia. Yeah, so this is our problem right now because why? Because normally before BPJPH handle the certification activities in Indonesia, so MUI published the list, yeah, the list of halal certification overseas that approved by them, yeah, by MUI, with the scope. So, for example, in Europe, what the certification body that recognize and allow to send product to Indonesia, yeah, and also for flavor, for manufacturing product. So we have as the certification bodies, we have a guidance, yeah. When we, of course, when we come to the food business operators, they have product from overseas, they have material from outside Indonesia, and then we don't have any clue with this guideline right now, yeah, because right now the government handle this certification process, and until now they haven't published which certification body, foreign certification body, that we can recognize or we can approve their certificate. This is the situation right now, yeah. So yeah, to be honest, sometimes we can use the previous list. This is the last action from the certification or from us as the inspection body, because otherwise how we can accept their certificate, or if we can communicate with the certification body there, so we can ask them. So this is the things that we do right now in this situation. This is the best answer that I can deliver.
Okay, it's very difficult to answer, yeah, because it is related to the regulation from the government, yeah. Okay. And next question is also about the halal certification process, yeah. From Fatin Ibnu Hadli, yeah, alumni of Food Quality Assurance SPIPB. What are the advantages and disadvantages and significant differences, yeah, between the halal certification bodies in Indonesia when they are managed by LPPOM, I think by MUI, it's mean that in the previous, the halal certification before the law number 33 is managed by MUI. And now, after the implementation of government regulation, law number 33, since 2019, yeah, managed, yeah, as a halal certifier body is under the government or BPJPH, yeah. So, what is the advantage and disadvantage and significant differences between previous and now? Please, Ibu. Yeah.
Of course, now we are in the era of the halal assurance product based on the Act number 33, where the certification body actually this BPJPH government. So the government, based on this regulation, they act as a super body. Yeah, they also regulated they as a regulation body, and they also as the pengawas. What is pengawas? To do the surveillance. Yeah, and they also as the to prepare the standard, and they also as the certificate. Of course, they also actually as the certification body, they perform the activities of audit. But with the new scheme, yeah, we have now including LPPOM. Yeah, LPPOM is not as the certification body anymore in this new scheme. LPPOM now is the LPH, we call LPH, Lembaga Pemeriksa Halal or inspection body, halal inspection body. Right now we have 52 around in Indonesia. Yeah, of course, for the food business operator, it's good because they have what do you call this alternative to choice which one the suitable for them. Yeah, and also this compete, yeah, among the halal inspection body of the price also and services. But actually we for the price we have already the government already give the harga tertinggi, what is the highest price, yeah, highest price of its services, yeah, of its services, and then this is based on the mandates that calculated by a halal inspection body. Yeah, it is the good thing. Yeah, but the disadvantage, yeah, here, if among the halal inspection body is not doing the halal audit with the same practice, I mean the same scheme, yeah, because also based on their experience. Yeah, just yesterday, yeah, before yesterday, on Thursday, I'm doing some inspection. Yeah, and I found that this is the animal chicken. Yeah, chicken. When the supervisor in the company check, and what is Paji? I don't know what the name of this. They don't slaughter. They didn't slaughter properly. Yeah, yeah. One of the kerongkongan apa ya?
The neck,
yeah, saluran kerongkongan is not proper slaughter. Yeah, we found this, and it is not for the first time. I found in another times also like this, the same case. But actually, the product, the chicken, is certified. This halal certified. So we cannot guarantee that the halal certified product, yeah. So we just close our eyes, then it is already halal, especially for the slaughter product, yeah, the animal slaughters. So we have to check. We have to check the user, the next user have to check according how they the neck of the product, yeah, the chicken or the duck, for example. So this is the problem that we face, especially if the government not doing the supervised vision for all the halal inspection body. So this is the disadvantage, because they always say, okay, I want to give for the business food operators the cheap price, but don't forget, yeah, the cheap price is not the guarantee that you have the good service, yeah. So it is very compete, and also it's also dangerous. Yeah, for example, did this happen to me when I did the audit? This is normal. When I saw they have a meat product from other countries, from overseas, and then I said, okay, this is your product, and I just want to confirm whether their product in the warehouse is same with the certificate that attached to the product, but it's not exist. Yeah, so the certificate from other date is not suitable with the meat in the storage. I said it is not allowed like this. So you have to check when the incoming, when the material coming. So you have checked whether the product, this meat, the information on the label, this suitable with the halal certificate that attached to the product. This very standard procedure for halal process, and then what they said, oh, we have wrong to choose this halal inspection body, because the food business operator, they said, why you make us difficult? So in this case, if among the halal inspection body don't have the same standard, don't have the same way to do the audit, I think this is advantage for the many halal inspection body. Yeah. So this is for us, these two risks, yeah, especially for the Muslim consumer, because I always mention at the end we have to ensure the the Muslim consumer get their right, because we are also the consumer. So it's very important. I think this is my answer.
Okay, thank you, Bu Elvina. I hope it is satisfied for answering the question, yeah, from M. Fatin, yeah, the advantage and disadvantage, yeah, from the situation now. And another question from Rizka Melanie, yeah. Assalamualaikum, Bu Elvina. It is interesting that as SMIC provides, yeah, SMIC is abbreviation of Standard Meteorology Institute for Islamic Countries, yeah, provide halal standard that we assume must be adopted by its member countries. According to your knowledge, is our halal standards in halal product assurance, GPH, already conform with SMIC standard or not? Please.
Thank you, Rizka, for your question. Actually, SMIC standard is using the standard, same like ISO, yeah. I forgot the name of the high level structure, yeah. So they use the high level structure, yeah. So what's meaning high level structure? So the point of the standard is similar with another standard. So it is easier for the company if they want to have more than one standard implemented in their company, so they can insert the issue. Yeah, for example, the commitment management, something like that, and process, yeah, in the high level structure, yeah. But in our standard right now is still not follow the high level structure. So we have to, as the auditors or as the consultants, have to do hard work to have to see more deeply regarding the gap between the GPH standard or the halal product assurance system standard with the Smith standard. But this is only about the, what do you call this, the way to write, the way to write the standard. Yeah, I mean, so that's why if we use, for example, if we use the same level structure, high level structure, I think it's more, I mean, convenience for the food business operator and also other stakeholders such as the halal inspection body. Yeah, so we can, if we said this is our findings, so it is clear to which clause we did this, the NC, for example. So the company also is easier to make the improvement for this finding. Yeah, this is Buriska.
Okay, thank you for your answer, Bu Elvina. Hope it is satisfied, Bu Rizka. Yeah. And another question is the same name, Rizka Hendra, but the previous is Rizka Melani. For product import to Indonesia, in example, the whole meat, it is only attached halal certificate of the butcher. It means the juru sembelih halal, yeah, only halal certificate competency of the juru sembelih, or we call this as a juleha, juru sembelih halal, and the halal container check. Yeah, is it enough to accept the product, or it is unclearly the product? Thank you.
Yeah, if in Indonesia, to be honest, I will accept if the product is already have the juleha certificate. Yeah, and then they have made the statement that this the slaughterhouse, yeah, maybe they have the private, or they have they own the slaughterhouse, and this they make the statement that this animal slaughtered by this name as a juleha. So I will accept. And also we have to confirm, for example, in Jawa Timur, is of Java, all they confirm. Yeah, they confirm, the government confirm that all the slaughterhouse, it is controlled by government, and only the slaughtermen that have or hold the juleha certificate or juleha member, yeah, allowed to slaughter the animal in these facilities. So this is confirmed. Yeah. So just yesterday I came from Surabaya, and I also communicate with my colleagues there, and they said, and also I came to the market, and the market, they put the, what do you call this, like the logo, yeah. They mentioned there what the NCAFI number, this normal control veterinary, and what the certificate number of this slaughterhouse. And when I did communication with them, they said, in this market, we only sell the local meat. If local meat, it is clear, yeah, they have to come from the slaughterhouse that registered, yeah, by government. Of course, this owned by government, yeah, and already certified. And only slaughtermen that also hold the card, yeah, as juleha for this slaughterhouse. So even though they have the juleha card, but if they're not registered in this slaughterhouse, so they're not allowed to slaughter the animal in this facility. Yeah, this is Indonesia. But if we talk about the halal, the meat imported meat, of course, this is also the authority of the government, yeah, the karantina. But I'm not sure the karantina now will use based on what they accept this meat. And last time I did the audit, they have the meat from India, and then they have the certificate. And again, to be sorry, I said I still refer to the list of MUI, even though this already expired. For me, it's better I have something to refer than nothing. Yeah, so I still refer to MUI list for the moment, and I do hope soon the list of halal certified body overseas will be published by government. It is the hope, of course. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Bu Elvina.
The question
And
is very difficult to answer, Pak Haji.
yeah, it's, regarding the regulation, yeah,
Yeah.
from government. Okay, it's question from Afifa Khairunisa. My question is, fish including halal meat based on the Sharia, but if that fish ate the animal feed not has a halal certificate or not contain a halal ingredient, how about that? Is it halal or not? I think it is like a Sharia aspect, yeah, for the fish that eat animal that not halal or containing non-halal ingredient. For example, like ikan lele, yeah, lele that eat maybe blood or derivatives of the haram material. Is it halal? Is it halal and can get halal certificate from halal organization body?
Yeah, for as I know from Fatwa MUI, it is allowed. Yeah, it is allowed. For example, the fish ate something is not. Yeah, we can't say that's haram or najis because this already we call in Sharia term this istihalah. Yeah, istihalah. And there is another issue. If, for example, the fish is in the pond that also they eat the tinja, for example, yeah, and what the fatwa said, 3 days, yeah, 3 days, yeah, Pak Haji, 3 days or 5 days, yeah, 3 days before they cultivate, yeah, they harvest the product to be sold, so they have to put in the clean water for 3 days before they sold the product. This is what I knew from the MUI fatwa. Yeah.
Okay, that's a clear question, clear answer, yeah, from Bu Elvina. And we still have around 5 minutes, yeah. From Aprianti, yeah. If there any Indonesian National Standard or SNI, yeah, as guidance for LPS to do the halal audit, not only based on the experiences, yeah, in order to make the same scheme or for audit process for each LPH or halal assessment body. Do we use SNI as a guidance for conduct audit?
Yeah, thank you for the your question. Actually, we are LPH is not certification body. This is the first important point that we have to aware. And then we are LPH. This work under BPJPH scheme, yeah. And then before we do the inspection or we do the audit, we have to just say this accredited by BPJPH based on the they have the new regulation, this Perka number 1 BPJPH regarding the accreditation process. And in this accreditation process, actually, we manage our LPH based on our system, yeah, our system to audit, yeah, based on the ISO 17065. That actually this standard already adopted by BSN, this Badan Standarisasi Nasional, as the SNI. So actually we follow the SNI ISO 17065, yeah, to conduct the audit. But there are some part, yeah, of the clause in this standard 17065 that we as a halal inspection body, it is not our authorization. Yeah, for example, like we have a kind of the impartiality team, yeah, we call KPK, this Komite Ketidakberpihakan. So it is not under LPH, but it is under BPJPH as a certification body. Yeah, so actually LPH, yeah, we do the audit based on standard. Yeah, based on the standard that we call SNI ISO 17065. This.
Okay. We still have one question from Sarah, but it is related to the previous, but it is already answered, yeah, by Prof. Irwandi. How can technology be utilized to improve halal food traceability and authenticity to consumer? It's already answered by Prof. Irwandi. And the last question is from Sari, yeah. As a representative of food company, yeah. According to BPJPH halal regulation, halal certificate for food and beverage product is mandatory implemented maximum in October 2024. But now there are still many food and beverage products, especially imported product, that do not yet have a BPJPH halal certificate. When we inform this to our principal, the average of them express objection if they must to recertify to BPJPH. Could you give your opinion about this? This on the mandatory of halal certification in 17th of October. Yeah. This,
yeah. This is regarding this regulation. All the food business operator must have the halal certificate by October 2024. Yeah. Just we say we concern with the micro small enterprises. They are 64 million, yeah, in Indonesia. But right now, 1 million, maybe 10 million is not 10 million. When we talk, how many that they already certified? 10 million is not the number, yeah, less than 10 million. Maybe this 5 million is already certified. So for me to face the food business operator must be halal certified by next October. Yeah, I mean 2024. I think for me, to be honest, I said it's not possible. It's not possible. If we want to talk about the halal certificate, it's not only the number, it's not only the paper of the halal certificate. Yeah. But if we want to talk about the halal certificate with the, I mean, this really halal, so I think it's not possible. Yeah, because why? Because we still have problem with the upstream of the halal supply chains. Yeah, for example, like slaughterhouse. Yeah, for the chicken, for the beef, and also for the imported product. So we still have no supervision for this distribution. Yeah. So for me to have this condition, yeah, to be halal certified, all the product for the next 2024, I think it's not possible. Yeah. For me as a halal inspection body, when I do the audit, even the small company, it's not possible. I do the audit only 3 hours and then just go. No, we have to see how the sustainability of their production. It is more important. Otherwise, we can have the halal cert, but we don't know the halal assurance. Maybe is missing there. So this is my point. This is my opinion. Yeah, based on what I have faced in the with the food business operators. Thank you.
Thank you, Bu Elvina. And this is the last question, and also because of the limitation of the time, yeah. Thank you for your presentation on halal certification system, a holistic approach. Yeah. Yes.
Before, can I add some more issues?
Conclusion. Okay, please. Yeah.
Traceability. I think for the traceability, Of course, in halal is a new issue, but actually in the food safety management system, we have the ISO 2005, yeah, that this is regarding the traceability system. So also it's good if we can refer our traceability based on this food safety management system ISO 2005 regarding the traceability system. I think this I add this information. Thank you, Pak Haji.
Okay, thank you very much, Bu Elvina. And all of the participants, thank you very much for your attention. We have a conclusion, yeah, for this discussion, yeah, for the halal certification system, that we still have many challenges, yeah, in the main problem in halal perspective, how to make sure that there is no cross contamination of the product, that we call this as a halal product, and also how to make an uniformity of the global halal standard, so the standardization can lead to the global halal certification system. Yeah. So thank you very much, Ibu Elvina, and also all of the participants. Yeah, we have a very fruitful of a discussion for this session. Yeah, and as a closing remarks, yeah, thank you very much for your attention. Bila taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And back to MC Ibu Rianti. Yes.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Bapak Dr. Aji Jumiono. Ladies and gentlemen, would like to present a certificate to the speaker. The certificate of appreciation will be given by Bapak Dr. I Ketut Mudita Adiana, Deputy Director of Innovation of Directorate of Research and Innovation, IPB University. We are still waiting for the certificate to be shown.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much for the MC. On behalf of IPB University, I would like thank to Ibu Insinyur Elvina Rahayu MP for your nice presentation on a holistic approach of halal certification system. We hope through this seminar we can make a collaboration between us in terms of research, innovation, and also joint publication regarding halal topic. And this we present to you a certificate of appreciation as a speaker on this seminar. Thank you very much for Bu Elvina.
Thank you, Pak Ketut. Thank you.
In addition, I also would like to inform all of you in this forum that IPB University this year established halal incubator facilities through ADB's funding at IPB STP in Taman Kencana, Bapak Ibu sekalian. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ibu Elvina dan Bapak Dr. Ketut. And thank you. Also, as appreciation, would like to present a certificate to the moderator. The certificate of appreciation will be given also by Bapak Dr. I Ketut Mudita Adiana, Deputy Director of Innovation of Directorate of Research and Innovation, IPB University. Yeah, we are still waiting for the certificate of moderator.
Okay, thank you very much for Dr. Aji Jumiono as a moderator today on this webinar. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Bapak Dr. Aji Jumiono and Bapak Ketut. Ladies and gentlemen, I reminding you that you can fill the attendance form that is shared in the chat box. And be sure to fill the email address correctly because the certificate of participation will be sent via email. Yes, the attendance form link has been shared in the chat box. Again, thank you very much for the speakers and moderators. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of our agenda today. On behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to thank all participants, and we hope you get valuable insights. Hope to see you again in the future event. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.